He is another participant of the Wellness Boost program, and I believe he's actually taken the program a few times. And so we're really excited to hear how this has impacted his life. So let us bring on Zakota. Hi, Zakota. Thank you for
Hi,
sharing.
everyone. Hello. Thank
Hello.
you so much for having me. I'm glad to be here, and I'm really grateful to actually share this program because it's benefited my life so much, and I just wish that others could have the same opportunity. So I first took the Wellness Boost about 3 years ago, and I'll say for my life, the what it really gave me was consistency, and I'll explain a little bit about what that means. So at the time, it was kind of a emotionally, a lot of emotional upheaval, and there was a lot, going on in terms of circumstances in my life. Can happen to all of us. And I was feeling very much, kind of strung out from it, kind of like I was running on vapors. And also just that the highs and lows were, it's like I was in like a tumbling, like a washing machine, just, tumbling around and around. And so one day things could be good, the next day stuff would happen. It was difficult for me to, meter my emotional state and to stay grounded, but to also not be just, caught up in the waves of it all. So the program came along at a perfect time for me, really. And so when I started taking it, what I immediately noticed was just the grounding that it brought, and it just was kind of like, it's okay, everything's all right, but not just saying those words, but actually getting to return back to that state of presence that everything was okay. It really smoothed things out, helped me feel a lot more in my body, a lot more myself, and a lot more able to deal with stuff as it came up. Um, and I want to share about the practices because that was such like a key part of the benefit for me. Was the consistency of having these daily practices, as Cher and Alan have spoke about. And having that regularity in my life was so key. So to be able to wake up and have that to go to first thing in the morning, and it just set my day, and I was doing, my own self-care, my own, meditation and spiritual practice, but it wasn't really as consistent as I needed it to be to have to help bring more stability to my life before the program. And then when the program, when I started taking it and the practices were happening every day, it gave me that sort of even keel experience that no matter what was going on, I had them to look forward to really bring me back to a state of groundedness, to a state of peace and tranquility, and also just feeling lighter and less stressed and more easily able to deal with things that were going on. So that consistency was amazing, and also the community support was. I cannot thank the teachers and the whole team enough because it was really something that helped me get through that period, not just, surviving, but actually able to thrive. So that by the end of the program, um, I was feeling grounded, calm, and confident, and I had everything I needed, all the tools that I needed to then implement them into my everyday life, which is what I did coming out the other end of the program. So that was key, is that it not only made a difference for the time that the program was on, but it had a lasting impact afterwards because now I was equipped with the tools that I needed, and the ability to put myself into that practice every single day and have that consistency because it had built up in me like a muscle because we had been practicing it every day for more than a month. And it was just easy to continue on now that I had all of that experience under my belt. And one more thing I want to say is that the practice in a group setting really shifts things quickly. I'm somebody I've been meditating for many years, and the key difference here for me was that um, the states that I would get into in my own meditation from an hour of doing my own practice and just going into my own space, or maybe taking a guided meditation on YouTube, or going into a really good qigong class for an hour, I get the same difference made by doing these group practices from the Wellness Boost in about 10 minutes that I would get from doing an hour of practice on my own. So that alone just made it worth it for me. So I really encourage anyone, if this sounds like it's something that's for you, to try it out, because it really benefited me in my life, and I'm so grateful and so much better off for the experience.
Thank you so much, Zakota, for your beautiful sharing.